Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lee, Ross Rod Shop. Today I'm getting started on this piece. Just gonna start tearing it apart. Try to get this radiator support loose, get the radiator, condenser, the fan. That's what's left of one of the headlights. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. Once I get everything apart, I can assess what I need to do. Again, they brought it to me to fix. I've never been to school for painting body, never had a job doing painting body. Just stuff I've picked up over the years, working on old junk. And we're gonna get after it, fix it the best we can. Y'all stick around. We'll see what happens. Well, I can see here it's busted the ABS pump. They're gonna need to get a new ABS pump. Wonder how much one of these is for this thing. Everything's super high for this car. She called on she's already purchased fenders, radiator support. She's already purchased the front bumper, the rear bumper. She's already got the AC condenser, the radiator. And when she called on the cooling fan, they want $800 for a cooling fan for this car. So, yeah, that's nice. I ain't gonna be able to get in there for that. Make sure you keep all your bolts. I also, when I'm doing these jobs, I keep every bolt and clip. All the new parts you order is not going to have either one on it. Try to get you guys a little bit closer in here so we can see what's going on. And I just start taking things apart, get after it, and then we'll worry about it getting everything back together later on. Surprisingly enough, I don't think it damaged the hood. I don't see any scratches or dents or anything on this hood. It's not bent anywhere. Wow. I'm gonna get all these off of here. I try to keep every little clip, everything. horn up. Oops! I didn't mean to do that, but hey, what can you do? When you do stuff like this, you're gonna run into lots of different sizes of might help if I was turning it the right way, huh? Lots of different size nuts and bolts. Well, let me say that without running this. Lots of different sizes of nuts and bolts. In today's cars, you know, mostly 7s, 8s, and 10s. You see it just has these odd little stud type bolts here. You just have to back those off and that fender will slide out. And get this other fender off here, and I'll get to work on the radiator and condenser and all. It's gonna need belt tensioner. It busted the belt tensioner. The belt is chewed all to pieces. It knocked it off. Knocked this belt back. It's not even in the grooves right. I got to get this molding here loose. There's 2 bolts on the bottom of that fender, and then the 2 bolts here, and that should do it. Okay, we got the fenders off. Now we're gonna get started on, I gotta go get the drain pan, drain the radiator, and get the radiator, the fan, and all this garbage out of the front here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fan off of here. Drain all that down in the drain pan, so I ain't got to deal with it later. There's the radiator out. Now we get the AC condenser, the transmission cooler off. And we can, there we go. Some more junk. Hello everybody. I just wanted to take a minute here to plug my website. We've got merchandise. We've got Ross Rod Shop tees. It's got the small logo on the front, large logo on the back. We've got some hats, hoodies, coffee mugs. I've got stickers. Check it out again, rossrodshop.com. Help us out, support the channel. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate anything anybody does. Thank you so much. Cut that sucker out of there. And now we can assess. I've got this coming, that lower radiator support. So I gotta yank that one off. And then that'll be it for this part of it. We're gonna try to get some of this stuff straightened out so we can get everything lined up and back together. What we have right here is this support right here for the fender. You can see over here how it just comes straight out. It's kind of flat right there. I'm gonna try to get this pulled back out, and then I'm gonna pull it from the front here, you know, and hammer it a little bit and try to get everything back to where it needs to be. We got a piece right here that's bent. I'm gonna straighten that. You see this damage here. I'll try to get this I'm gonna get this pushed back up, straightened out. I removed the bracket that holds the fuse panel. I'm gonna fix it, straighten it, and put it back in there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do. Still have to, I'm waiting on them to bring me the belt tensioner. The belts, parts of the fan are still stuck in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and replace the lower radiator support. That one's bent right there. I've got a new one sitting over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this stuff here. There are 3 of these little clips, and you just pull up on the center of them right along here. One there, there, and there. And again, make sure you save all your clips. Let me get you in here so you can see what's going on. One thing's for sure is our outer tie rod is bent pretty bad. Looks like this here may be bent as well. I'll have to look at the other side and make sure. I don't see anything else that appears to be bent right away. But yeah, we'll get this pushed out, get this pushed up, because that right there is bent down. It needs to go up, and this needs to go out. All right. Okay, I've got the porta power wedged up under there, and I'm pushing up on the to get all of this back straight. See, it's already pulled out that right there. And when you use a pull power, you always want to go a little bit past and then let it back down. And you want to do it a few times. Back here, got a nice gap. I have to adjust that. I haven't put the bolts inside there yet to adjust that. And then we close the hood and have a pretty decent gap there. Again, I don't have the bump stops on the underneath there on top of the radiator support to lift that hood a little bit. And again, I still have to adjust that in a little bit, but that's what it's looking like right there. So we've got that side. Let me get this other fender set up on here and let's see what we got. Okay, I got this fender hung. I have to make an adjustment there, but the gap is pretty good on this side, which this side wouldn't hit that. There wasn't much damage over here at all. The door gap's going to be fine. And then again, back over on this side, I'll adjust that gap up there on the back side. And then there's, again, two bolts in there to adjust that. We'll have a good gap here on this fender, on the hood, between the door. Everything's looking good. Radiator support is bolted in. I got a bolt there and two bolts in on this side. The fender bolt lines up here. This fender bolt lines up really good right here on the front. Perfect. I just got to get a clip for it. So that's got all this front end lined up. Now I got to start putting radiator, condenser, the fan, trans cooler, all that stuff back in. I've already done serpentine belt, brand new belt, and the tensioner. Again, just 1/16 millimeter bolt right there. And then the diagram, you can find the diagram online. That's what I did, just looked it up online. So there you go. You know that the ABS module was busted. I got another one here. They went to the junkyard and got one. You don't have to change the pump. There's just 3 little Torx bits, bolts here. I believe it's a, hell, I can't even read it. T20. 3 little T20 Torx bits. One here, one here, one here. You just pull the pump off. That way, and then you just pull the module off. That way you don't have to take the brake lines loose and go through the bleeding process and all that stuff. You can just change the module itself without changing the pump and disconnecting any brake lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the module pulled off of this one, Then I'll get the module pulled off the car and then swap them over. Okay, here you have it. I got the 3 out, and you just slide it right off just like that. And there you go. We can slide this one on the pump on the car. That way we don't have to disconnect all the brake lines. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna walk up here to the car, get the broken one off the car, and we'll swap them out. And as you can see, as a reminder, here is our old one right here, and it's busted. So I'm gonna get that off and swap them out. Okay, we have the old broken one off the car. You see how broken it is. You set them side by side. They're identical. So it is a little difficult to get those 3 out with it on the car. I had to pull it up out of these bushings here that it sets down in the frame to be able to get to the rear Torx bit bolt on this side here. So we just take this one here, line it up, slide it on there just like that. We'll put our Torx bit bolts back in it and snug it down, and then put it back down in the rubber grommets there. Okay, we got it back together. We got all the bolts tightened down. Got the plug back up. Got it set down in the rubber grommets. So that part of it's ready to go. I'm still waiting on parts on this thing. I don't have a trans cooler. I don't have a cooling fan. I don't have a power steering cooler. And I don't have a heated garage. So, you know, this has gone on for weeks now. It's been, oh Lord, I've had this car over a month. And I told them I needed the stuff so I could get this thing painted before it got cold. And well, here we are. It's second week of January, and I'm still waiting on parts. So I'm gonna do what I can. Next, I'm gonna get after this bent, as you can see right there. The inner tie rod is bent pretty bad. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change it so I can get the wheel straight. I've straightened the steering wheel a while ago, turned the wheel, got this one straight, and the steering wheel is straight, and that's how much that bent tie rod is pulling that wheel in. So I'm going to go ahead and change that so I can get the wheel straight. I've got the wheel rotated all the way to this side to try to make it a little easier to get this thing off, but you know, naturally with this bend in this thing, it's not letting the wheel come all the way out. So it's not too difficult to get these things off of here. Let me just set the camera down. Just want to take a flat tip screwdriver, work it up underneath this clamp here, and try to open that clamp up. Yeah, just kind of like that, so it'll slide off. Then take you a pair of pliers, and on this right here, on this clamp, just rotate that around where you can get to it. Pinch that clamp in, drop it down, and then just rotate your boot, slide your boot all the way back down here like this. That exposes your inner tie rod right here. And all you need to do is take you an adjustable wrench, put it on right here, and pop this loose and unscrew it. Yeah. Okay, once you get it loose from the outer tie rod, you go ahead and measure from your nut to the end to get a reference when you put this back on. Then you go ahead and take the nut off. Slide your clamp off and then remove your boot. Then you'll reuse this boot on the new inner tie rod, and you'll reuse your clamps as well. You screw it in there, and then this end here screws into the outer tie rod there. Tighten them down. Slide your boot on, put your clamps on, tighten the bolt, tighten them down, and you're good to go. And that is a inner tie rod on a, this is a 2016 Dodge Challenger. I think it's the same from 14 and up. I've got the radiator just sitting in there right now. I've bolted the fan back to the radiator and set it down in there. We got the trans cooler, power steering cooler, and AC condenser sitting right over there. I'm going to try to get all this stuff put back together today. Or get at least this stuff sitting in there. Got the tie rod in done on the front of the car there. They're gonna have to go get a wheel alignment once we get this thing back on the road. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty, so I'm gonna be able to shoot the fenders tomorrow. Go ahead and shoot the fenders in the rear bumper. He wants me to wait on shooting the front bumper, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the fenders done, get them back on the car, and get started on the rear. But for today, I'm just putting what the parts I have on here, just the stuff I mentioned before. That's the only stuff I've got right now to put on there. So once I get that stuff mounted, I'll be kind of stuck again until I get some more parts. I can, like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the fenders, get those painted, get them back on the car, and then I guess I can get started on the rear. And you know, I'm still waiting on the front impact airbag sensors, headlights, things, just little odd and end stuff that I can put on the car once they bring them to me. So let's get after it.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Okay, I've got the AC condenser, power steering cooler, transmission cooler, radiator, and cooling fan all back in there. I got to get the brackets. There's got to be a bracket here that holds this stuff up. I'm gonna have to figure out what they are and get those on the way. And then I need an oil cooler. It looks like these two lines here went to an oil cooler, and I'm gonna have to figure out where that went, where it bolted, and get the two new lines for that. So yeah, but I've got that. So yeah, so we got to deal with that now. So just keep pushing forward. I guess now I'm getting ready to go back here and paint the fenders and the rear bumper. They don't want me to paint the front bumper yet. So yeah, let's get after it. Okay, I've got the rear bumper and the two fenders for the Hellcat in here, getting ready to shoot them. I've got them all wiped down, scuffed, ready to go. So let's get to it.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world?
Okay, everybody, here we are. I've got the fenders painted. There you go. There you go. And the rear bumper painted. And there you go. So let these sit and dry for a little while. Probably be tomorrow. I'll get them back on the car. Hey guys, Lee, Ross Rod Shop. Today I'm getting started disassembling this. I got to take all this inner structure out of this quarter panel. Get all of this here loose, so I can put this quarter panel on that car. So let's get after it. Take these, take off these, drop everything in the floor. These mounting brackets for the rear bumper cover. That's got a wood screw in it, so somebody's been in here before. I need to get a Phillips screwdriver and get in there to that one because I can't get a socket on it. Okay. Well, didn't need them anyway. I've got new ones for the other one. But we'll keep them in case we need anything off of them. Hey guys, Lee here, Ross Rod Shop again. What I've decided to do on this quarter panel is I'm going to take it loose here, all the way down here and across here. And I'm going to use all of this structure here on that car because all of this is damaged really bad. So, and then I'm going to take it loose all along here and use this outer structure. All of this here is damaged naturally on that car as well. So I want to use this part here, and all of this part here. And what I'm doing is I'm just getting the seam sealer off so I can get to the spot welds. Then I'll get the spot welds all the way down here, across here, up to here. Well, I'll get the spot welds down here, here, and then down to here, and then across here is what I'll do. And then there's a few spot welds here and then across here, which I'm gonna have to take all of these spot welds out across here to get this part of the quarter panel. I'm gonna have to take all of these, drill out all these spot welds here to get this quarter off anyway. But I'm not going to use this whole lip though. I'm probably going to wind up cutting it across here and welding it across there like that. So that's where we're at. So let me get this separated and then I'll be right back with you.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit, I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant, I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just
Okay guys, finally got all the inner structure out, got the panel cut, and again it's a little oversized. I kept this piece here because they're both damaged on the car, and there you have it. Now I'm out here on the car, so I have to remove this piece here. Again, you see how damaged it is. And this piece here. Welds come down here and across the bottom. So I'm gonna drill all this out, get these two pieces off. Then I'm gonna get in here, jack this car up, get in here, and try to get this stuff hammered back out. Work this out a little bit more. And then we'll see about fitting that quarter panel on there. But see, we got to get this straightened out here. See how that's crinkled? Get in here, knock this thing back out that way and get that straightened out. And that's where we're at right now. So stay tuned to see what happens. Alright everyone, I'm just doing a finish up on the Hellcat. This is how far I've gotten it. He actually sold the car, so he told me to stop working on it. The person who bought it wants it as is. You know, I got the... But anyway, I got... You see the fender gaps, door gaps, everything looked good. The front end, it still needs the... I was still waiting on the clip to hold that together. But yeah, he's sending a rollback after it to pick it up, and I had started work on this quarter panel, got everything trimmed down, ready to cut and put it on there, and he said stop. Still some work to do back here, metal work, trying to get that straightened out, but that's on to somebody else now. Actually, I am so glad to see this car gone. It's been sitting here for 4.5 months, and most of that time was me waiting on parts for it. It was a struggle for them to get parts to me for it for whatever reason. I think it was just they were trying to find cheaper parts and didn't want to spend the money, because parts for these Hellcats are very expensive. And I don't blame them. I hated that the car sat here that long, but I don't blame them for trying to find the parts cheaper. I do the same thing when I'm looking for parts. I'm trying to save a dollar or two everywhere I can. But yeah, that's where we're at. The Hellcat is, as far as I'm concerned, done. It's gonna family member of theirs somewhere down in Georgia somewhere bought this car, so it's on its way down there, and he's supposed to be picking it up today sometime. So we're done on the Hellcat. Thanks so much for watching these videos on this Hellcat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time.